Here's my XB Falcon Ute. It's a V8. It's got King Springs in it, and for my liking it needs to come up a little bit. The springs in it are KFFL-01s, and I've ordered some new springs, but I will take some measurements beforehand so we can see the difference between the springs, and anyone else contemplating fitting these springs will have a basic idea of the differences between those. Here's the new springs I've ordered. They've only arrived today. King Springs. There's your part number. And according to the catalogue, these should hopefully be 25mm higher than the existing ones that we've got in there at the moment. Here's the ute as it currently sits. It seems to taper from the back down, which I'm not too keen on. So hopefully the new springs will rectify this. Here's the back measurement, sill panel to the ground, and we've got about 220mm. Here's the front one, same measurement, sill panel, looking at about 160mm currently. Here's the last measurement from the guard, centre of the hub, approximately 275mm. Here's the existing spring still in place. It's a KFFL-01 King Spring. I'll be taking out the shock absorber shortly, and hopefully that spring will just slip out and we'll be able to replace it with the other one. If it doesn't come out that easy, I'll have to get some spring compressors. Keep in mind, this is not a lesson on how to change springs. It's more a comparison between different springs. So if you don't know how to swap springs, go and see a local mechanical workshop or consult someone that has done this before. You are, after all, working on the suspension of your vehicle, and safety is of utmost importance. I've taken out the shock absorber, and I was hoping that spring would just pull out, but it's not going to happen. It's in there solid, so I've gotten the old spring compressors, and we'll use those to compress the spring and take it out. Here's the spring finally out of the car, and it's compared to the new one that's going in the car. There doesn't appear to be a lot of difference looking at them. The new one seems to be a little bit longer. Can be seen on this end there. They're both right hand springs. It's worthwhile noting that there's a right hand and a left hand one in these cars. They're different. This is the driver's side. Here's the same spring standing up, and there you can see the difference. Doesn't appear to be a lot, probably somewhere between 5 and 10mm. Let's hope it makes a difference when they go in the car. Job done. The spring's in. That's the new one. I've had to take that cover off because it was too much of a tight fit to get the new spring in there. It's quite a solid fit, so it won't be falling out when you put your car up on a hoist, and hopefully it will achieve what I've wanted it to achieve, lifting the car up about 20-25mm. We'll see how we go. I'll put everything back together now, refit the bump stop plate, refit the shock absorber, tighten everything up, then we'll do the other side, and then we'll see the results, hopefully. Everything's back together now. We've refitted everything, I've touched up the paintwork, and we're right to put the wheel back on and do the other side. We're back. The springs have settled in. We've taken the car for a run around the block. I'm much happier with where they're sitting. We'll get some proper measurements to compare in a second. We've still got a slight taper, which is fine. The back obviously hasn't changed, and it still tapers down to the front a little bit, but nowhere near as much as what it did before. So let's get the tape measure out and check some of these measurements. Now I've measured the back, it hasn't changed, it's exactly the same. This is the front measurement, and we're looking at about 185 to 190 mil, and we had 160 before. So there's a difference of about 25 to 30 millimeters, which is exactly what I was chasing. Here's our last measurement. The top of the guard to the center of the hub, we had 275 millimeters previously. It looks like our new measurement is 305, so the car's come up roughly 30 millimeters. I've got a feeling with a little bit more driving, it'll probably come down a little bit more, maybe another 5 mil, and I'm quite happy with that. Here's the whole car as it sits. I'm very happy with it now. I'm hoping they won't settle too much more. Another 5 mil would be fine. Overall, it was a worthwhile exercise.
We'll be right back.